Hi, everybody. Pastor Deb here. Listen, just as forewarning, I'm recording this in my home. And so I have 3 dogs with me right now because we've had this weather emergency. So I not only have my 2, but I have my extended family dog. And you might hear them in the background or some wind. We've had just terrible windstorm here in Rochester a couple of nights ago, and there were 102,000 homes without power. Fortunately, we weren't one of them, and so we're kind of helping out some friends along the way. Anyway, I wanted to talk about experts. Everybody feels he or she is one. But the fact remains that there are some people in life who are experts. For instance, my dad used to say, if I have a pain in my stomach and I call 3 friends together and one of them tells me, oh, I think it's what you had for supper last night, I felt the same way. Somebody else says, oh, I bet you've got the stomach bug that's going around. And a third person says, well, no, I think it's just gas. You'll feel better. Are you going to believe what they tell you or what the one doctor tells you who says, you got appendicitis, and if you don't take your appendix out, you're going to die? Well, of course, you're going to go with the expert. They've studied about it. They know about it. We think that we're experts. Some of us, I think because, for instance, we've been to school for a bazillion years, and we figure, we know what it is to be a teacher, and we know what schools are like. And yeah, we could run a school. Well, just because we've experienced something doesn't mean that we're necessarily good at it. Go back to the doctors. I've gone to doctors all my life. It doesn't mean that I am one, right? And so I get a little concerned when I hear people saying things, especially about the media. The media, you can't trust them, blah, blah, blah. They're professionals, and they have learned how to do research, and they have learned how to write, and they have learned how to express things in a way that not only elevates all of us in our understanding, but I think pushes us to learn more. So it's bothering me that people are denigrating the media. I feel that way about politicians. Are there some bad ones? Sure. Are there some good ones? Yes. Most of us grew up learning about a bell-shaped curve, that thing that goes like this. And we learned about it in school when the teachers would say, all right, most of you are C students, you're right in the middle, and then there are a few of you who are really good and you're at one end, and a few of you are really bad, the F students, they're at the other end. Bell-shaped curve is a real thing. If you pull together a group of individuals in any field, there go the dogs, in any field, in any profession, you're going to have a bell-shaped curve. You're going to have some people who are really insightful, and they'll be at one end. You'll have those people who are really not. They'll be at the other end. You have most of us are a C. We're average. We all like to think that we're A and B students, but let's be real. Some of us are A's and B's in some things and not in others. I happen to be pretty bright when it comes to some things, especially I think around spirituality and how it applies to life. But boy, when it comes to plumbing, I'm a D or an F. We each have our areas where we're really, really good, and those areas where we need to get hold of an expert to take care of things. That's how I feel about politicians. Some of them are great, and they have spent their entire lives looking at the issues of how to run and form a society. What is it about a society that's different from just taking a bunch of individuals and throwing them together? And there really is a course of study for that. Political science, the science of politics. So I'm challenging all of us to think again about how people are being portrayed in our lives and in our world. And I would add to that immigrant populations and those who want to relocate here. I would add to that anybody who thinks they have an easy solution for something, because frankly, if there were an easy solution, we'd already have it. We have to work at things to find out how to solve these complex problems, whether it's healthcare in this country or immigration or caring for each other, or increasing the level of care and concern that we have for each other. There's only one place where you are totally the expert, and that is about you. You are the expert of you. And God relates to each one of us individually because God created us. So even more than you, the expert on you is God. That's where we need to be asking God, help me to understand myself. Why do I feel this way about whatever the group of people is? Why do I feel this way about whatever the issue is? Help me to learn more about myself, God. And then we can become the experts on how to relate to God for us. Now, don't go thinking that if you figure it out how to do it for yourself, that that's the way to do it for everybody else. That's another misconception that a lot of us have, especially in this country where we think we're smarter and better than everybody else. The fact is, we are a grain of sand in the universe. But because of God, we are a beloved grain of sand. You have everything you need right inside because it's from God. You are the expert on you. God is the one who teaches us to be even more expert. That does not mean that we're the expert on anybody or anything else. Okay? A little bit longer message today, sorry, but I had a lot to say. All right, hope you have a great day, a good weekend coming up. Stay safe. If you're around Rochester and you need help getting electricity or heat or anything like that, get in touch with me. We'll figure out how to make it work. All right, everybody. Bye for now.